Welcome to the 48th Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leader Celebration. Today we honor the legacy of Dr. King. We also recognize the distinguished leaders, organizations, and families whose historic and ongoing contributions have advanced civil rights, education, justice, and opportunity, both here at Virginia Union University and across the Commonwealth of Virginia.
The Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration, sponsored by Virginia Union University and Dominion Energy.
And here's a selection from the Virginia Union University Choir.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm walking into freedom. I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. I ain't gonna let nobody. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, walking in the freedom land. Ain't gonna let hatred turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let hatred turn me around, walking into freedom. I ain't gonna let hatred turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, keep on walking, keep on talking. Keep on walking, keep on talking, keep on walking, keep on walking, keep on talking, walking in the freedom land.
We will now have greetings from Virginia Union University President and CEO Hakeem J. Lucas and Chairman of the Board of Trustees Dr. W. Franklin Richardson.
On behalf of the entire Virginia Union University family, our Board of Trustees, our faculty, our staff, our students, our alumni, and friends, we would like to thank you for allowing us to enter into your home one more time. The MLK celebration and the understanding of the necessity of a beloved community is more important today than ever before. Our Commonwealth is already leading the way in ensuring that justice reigns supreme throughout this land. And we thank you for the opportunity to join us again in making sure that dreams are realized and that social justice remains an important part of the fabric of our Commonwealth. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the program.
Hello, I'm W. Franklin Richardson, Chairman of the Board of Virginia Union University, and I'm excited about your sharing this wonderful celebration of Martin Luther King Jr. and the honorees that today Virginia Union are lifting. Great people who have served our community, servants of the people, as Virginia Union seeks to be a servant of the people. And to commemorate the great and marvelous legacy of Martin Luther King Jr., who served, who spoke on the campus of Virginia Union, and whose legacy is tied to the work of Virginia Union today. Richmond has had a great input in the struggle and continues. We celebrate the new governor and those who are taking office, leading us into the future. Virginia Union is a part of the past, but is excited about being a part of the future. So welcome today, and I hope you will be inspired by our presentation. God bless you.
Today will be extremely empowering as we honor the legacy of Dr. King and community leaders that have made an impact on VUU and the Richmond community.
Dr. King came to campus and taught us peaceful demonstration. 34 of us were sitting in at Thalhimer's department store where I was arrested. I was also involved in the Freedom Riders and spent 4 months in Parchment State Penitentiary. The thing that I'm most proud of is the opportunity to have graduated from Virginia Union University. We became activists just out of necessity, and I am proud of that opportunity to be there.
Hello, I'm John Harmon, Chairman of McGuire Woods. We are proud to sponsor the 48th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Breakfast at Virginia Union University. This special event honors Dr. King's enduring legacy and the leaders who continue to effect positive change across our communities. At McGuire Woods, fostering an inclusive environment and supportive, firm community is essential to our culture and who we are. We are honored to join Virginia Union University in celebrating those who carry Dr. King's vision forward.
Bon Secours is proud to sponsor Virginia Union University's 48th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leader Celebration. Bon Secours, supporting a healthier Richmond. CarMax is proud to sponsor Virginia Union University's 48th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leader Celebration.
Welcome back to the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
Now we turn our attention to honoring the recipients of the Community Leaders Award. These individuals, families, and organizations have demonstrated an unwavering commitment to service and the values Dr. King championed. The Baptist General Convention of Virginia equips and unites churches and ministries for holistic ministry. Their values, unity, inclusivity, and diversity are essential keys for the strength and growth and exemplify King's dream.
The Baptist General Convention of Virginia was founded in June of 1899, and we've been around all of these years with one purpose in mind. When we come together, we believe things go better in the commonwealth and in our congregations. And so we are purposed, shoulder to shoulder, to be a resource hub to help our 1,079 churches advance in doing the work of the kingdom. And things go better when we do it together. We understand that disunity is expensive, and that price is paid by the most vulnerable amongst us, our young people, our seniors, and struggling families. And so we have a Lilly Grant, for example, that seeks to help our congregations discern how they can best help the most vulnerable amongst them by helping the congregation to be strong and to serve the community. We learned from King that darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate can't drive out hate, only love can do that. So Baptist General Convention seeks to be a light. Jesus is the light, but we seek to be that light that King talked about, where we seek to meet needs. That's what ministry is all about. And so as we go about the Commonwealth of Virginia from area to area, we're seeking to identify needs and bring our resources to help meet those needs.
The Baptist Ministers Conference of Richmond and vicinity is a collective of clergy in the Richmond region invested in the holistic growth of pastors, ministers, and churches in our area for greater impact in our communities. They truly are keeping Dr. King's dream alive.
The Baptist Ministers Conference of Richmond vicinity was founded in 1929. Our first president was Dr. William L. Ransom, who was the pastor of First Baptist Southside at the time. It was an opportunity to bring clergy together from all over the city and vicinity, with this focus being on how to better equip clergy to deal with not just church, but also to work within the community and give clergy an opportunity to fellowship among each other, because we have our challenges as well. We look at challenges such as affordable housing. How do we engage in that discussion and making sure that our voices are heard, and we hear the concerns of our parishioners, whether it is in the economic situations and challenges in which individuals may face. Again, we come together, we look at resources, we invite people into the conference to speak to us, so we are better educated, but also that we might have some influence on what is being done around us. Dr. King said something in his 1968 speech, remaining awake during a great revolution. He said that we shall overcome because the moral arc of the universe is long, but it leans towards justice. And as the Baptist Ministers Conference of Richmond and vicinity, one of the things that we are bent on making sure that we have our hand on that long line that bends towards justice, to make sure we put our weight on it so that it does lean into justice.
Hello, I am Fairfield District Supervisor Roscoe Cooper.
I am Varina District Supervisor Tyrone Nelson. Henrico County is proud to honor the legacy of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and to celebrate the work of individuals and organizations across our region who are tireless in their efforts to make the dream a reality.
Henrico County applauds Virginia Union's commitment to keep Dr. King's legacy alive and to recognize the people who make a difference in the lives of our friends and our neighbors. We see firsthand the impact they have in our community every day.
Please join Henrico County in celebrating these outstanding community leaders.
Dominion Energy is proud to sponsor Virginia Union University's 48th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leader Celebration. Dominion Energy, powering your everyday. Henrico County is proud to sponsor Virginia Union University's 48th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leader Celebration. Henrico County, a great place to live, work, play, and visit.
Welcome back to the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
The Better Housing Coalition is the Richmond region's largest nonprofit community development corporation, creating high-quality homes for residents of modest means and empowering them with programs and tools to help them reach their fullest potential. They are changing the lives and transforming communities through affordable housing.
The Better Housing Coalition is a nearly 40-year-old nonprofit organization that promotes community building and social and racial justice through the creation of quality, safe housing for modest income individuals and families. The MLK idea of the beloved community aligns with what we do and our values. I think as members of the human species, we all want to be valued, we all want to belong, and we all want the opportunity to succeed in whatever makes us happy and successful in life. Our work is real estate development and creating homeownership opportunities and quality rental communities. But the essence of the work that we do is really around social and racial justice, giving people a safe place to call home and using that as a launching pad to do whatever it is that they want to do with their lives. It's an honor to do this work, and it's especially an honor to do this work with the individuals who are part of the BHC family.
Henry L. Marsh was an incredible civil rights lawyer and politician. He was elected by the City Council as the first African-American mayor of Richmond and was elected to the Senate of Virginia in 1991. His career personified King's idea of a beloved community.
Henry L. Marsh was my father. He was the one we called Daddy or Granddaddy, who loved to fix pancakes on Sunday morning and beat us terribly at bid whist. But he was also a man who truly loved the city of Richmond and saw the potential in its citizens and fought for it to thrive and be all that it could be for most of his career. Most people knew him as the first African-American mayor of Richmond, but to me, he was an amazing jurist who had such a legacy of litigation that transformed the lives of people who may not even realize today it really had an impact. For him, it wasn't being the first African-American that was really significant. It was about creating opportunities for all citizens. He really saw the humanity in folks. He really believed that everyone should have equal access to quality education and same wages and employment. And so he worked not only as a politician, but as an attorney to make sure that every member of our city, every citizen of our city had an opportunity for a fair, thriving life and to reach their full potential. My dad personified what King stood for, and that's a big, big standard to reach, right? By believing in the possibilities of every person. He always used to tell us at dinner, the kid who has the cure for cancer may be living in Creighton Court right now, and it's our responsibility to give them that opportunity to reach their full potential. So he worked to make that happen by advocating for a great quality education, by advocating for equal access to jobs and same pay rates, by advocating for women and men and members of the LGBTQ community and people of different faiths to all be treated as citizens of equal value. And he fought for that in the courts. He fought for that in his political career. He fought for that in his day-to-day interactions of always trying to create opportunities, in his promotion of quality public education, and actually his faith, because that was a big part of his life that most folks don't know about, but was really a rock upon which he stood.
The Lambert family has been active in the civic, legal, and political world for years. The legacies of the late State Senator Benjamin Lambert III, a civil rights advocate and legislator, and family members, including his daughter, City Councilwoman Ann Frances Lambert, and his brother, Leonard Lambert and Richard Lambert, just to name a few, continue a family tradition of public service in the city.
We are Lamberts, but we're also Wardens and Carters. And that family trioca is very strong because the core value of all of us, the whole clan, is respect. Respect for yourself, to live well, but be able to really be happy with yourself. And of course, respect for human beings. Benny was in optometry and also in the state's government, state senate for a number of years. And of course, if we all got in trouble, we went to Leonard because he was a lawyer, but he was also the first black judge in Richmond, in Virginia, in juvenile and domestic courts. And Abbott was with Thalhimer's, and he was the first black to have a position of senior merchandising with a big department store. And then, of course, Johnny was a bookkeeper, auditor, accountant. If anything we had to do with money, we saw Johnny. And Ann became a dentist, and she has been in practice for 50 years. And of course, Richard is, you know, in Richmond with Scott's Funeral Home. Service is important to our family because it's a way of connecting with people. The other important thing is that it has to be from the heart, and it's not for recognition. All of the efforts that Dr. King did in the civil rights movement helped us to move further. If you want to live well, if you want to have a happy life, if you want to be able to do things, you've got to have knowledge, you've got to have energy, and you've got to have the motivation to make a difference.
Comcast is proud to sponsor Virginia Union University's 48th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
Welcome back to the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
The Thalhimer family is known for founding the iconic Thalhimer's department store. The family's legacy includes business innovation, social responsibility, and significant contributions to Richmond's history, including involvement in desegregation efforts at the store and in the greater Richmond area. They embody the idea of a beloved community.
My father's family came from Germany, arrived in Richmond in 1842. My dad's line went into the retail business. And then every generation of that paternal line ended up working for this business. It was around for 150 years. There's something important to convey about Judaism, that there's this fundamental belief in tikkun olam, which is repairing the world one person at a time. This idea that if you've helped one person, you've helped the whole world. To just give back to your community is part of what it means to be human. It's pertinent to talk about the sit-ins and my grandfather's response to the sit-ins. In a strange way, the sit-ins gave him the opportunity to integrate, which he had been doing. We integrated behind the scenes. It made it rather straightforward for him when the sit-ins did happen, that he could see a path to integration. My grandfather used to say to me all the time, he believed a rising tide lifts all ships. Thalhimer's was a microcosm of the community. And if he could integrate there, imagine what we can do beyond that. We can all take some time to look inwards, find our values, find our center, and act from there, because we all have that same instinct. We know what's right, and we know what's good for the community.
The historic First African Baptist Church was established in 1780. They are one of the oldest African American congregations in the nation and still stand as a pillar of faith, heritage, and community. Their legacy of excellence and a steadfast commitment to the Richmond community continues on.
When we talk about the founding of First African Baptist Church, we're really telling a story about faith, about freedom, and about resilience. I think about his faith that refused to quit, from a balcony to a sanctuary, from bondage to freedom, from being watched over to leading others. This church stands as a living proof that when God has his hands on a people, no chain, no law, and no prejudice can stop what he has ordained. Our story began with a struggle, but it continues with strength. And today, over 245 years later, First African Baptist Church is still standing, still serving, and still shining as a beacon of hope in the city of Richmond, Virginia.
First Baptist Church is rooted in faith and love, from their beautiful and historic sanctuary to local missions and global partnerships. Their commitment to love everyone as themselves serves as a testimony to Dr. King's dream.
First Baptist was founded in 1780. We're 245 years old. We have a shower ministry that serves about 75 people 3 times a week. We invite them in for that, the clothes closet, the food pantry, other kinds of services that we offer, social services for people who are just at that level of need. Here's the thing about the dream. Martin Luther King dreamed, that people would be judged not by the color of their skin, but the content of their character. He also believed that the image of God is in every person. That is a core conviction for us at First Baptist. We believe that God's image is in every person, so our job is to look for it, to find it, and to value it. Early in 1965, 2 months before Martin Luther King walked across the bridge in Selma, First Baptist Church opened its doors to people of color. And that is only part of the long story. But it means First Baptist came down on the right side of history, thinking about beloved community and about our church's mission of bringing heaven to earth. Those two seem to align so beautifully. It makes me think that Martin Luther King, who was a Baptist preacher, was reading from the same book I've been reading from and following the same teacher, the Lord Jesus, who really wanted heaven to come on earth. I think for Dr. King and for the people of First Baptist, that vision is really one and the same.
L. Douglas Wilder is a true pioneer in American statesmanship, a decorated Korean War veteran and attorney who dedicated his career to civil rights. He made history in 1989 as the first African-American elected governor in the United States. He continued his activism to this day.
Dr. King started believing in the high possibility of the individual. It was never about the things that an individual could achieve selfishly. It was about mankind. And he was a theologian, but he was also a philosopher. Reading about him and reading the books that he wrote himself, you could see he had a deep, deep conviction and a deep faith. But it was always positive. But he was not afraid to criticize and to demand what was right and to criticize what was wrong. Even to get a holiday for him, the fight I had to go through. When people would ask me why I was persisting, I said, this is absolutely nothing. I'm going through nothing. And those of us who are trying to get this holiday passed are not enduring any of the difficulties that he had. Threatened, eventually killed. And what did he get out of it? Oh, we remember him, but are we emulating his spirit? And so I think the positiveness that King brought and brings as we celebrate his birthday, he brings it in a continuing fashion. And to the extent that we continue to emulate that, this is what this day means to me.
The L. Douglas Wilder School of Government and Public Affairs proudly congratulates our namesake, Governor L. Douglas Wilder, as a 2026 VUU Martin Luther King Jr. honoree. This recognition reflects our shared commitment to leadership, public service, and the pursuit of equity, principles central to the legacies of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Governor Wilder.
Richmond's First Baptist Church is proud to sponsor Virginia Union University's 48th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leader Celebration. McGuire Woods is proud to sponsor Virginia Union University's 48th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leader Celebration.
Welcome back to the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
Living the Dream Incorporated is dedicated to honoring the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Through their annual Community Learning Week and youth leadership programs, they transformed Dr. King's beloved community from a vision into reality.
Living the Dream was created in 1978 by a group who called themselves the Richmond Commission of Clergy. And they started that organization to commemorate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and to keep his dream alive. I think our community is sort of fragmented. I believe that we need to do more to unite our community. We need to do more to look at racial healing, because Dr. King was into racial healing. We had a lot of programs that had all walks of life working with us to enhance and carry on Dr. King's legacy. It united the entire community. It brought together all the community leaders, the clergy, organizations. Over 200 people came together, and we created Community Learning Week. And we are proud of some of the accomplishments, but I think we need to do more. I think it's now time that we reach out and look at how do we continue Dr. King's legacy in terms of the homelessness, the social justice issues, the criminal justice issues. So I think right now that we can be a force to bring that unity back together in the community.
The NAACP has stood as a cornerstone of justice in Virginia's capital for years, from advocating for educational equity to championing voting rights and economic empowerment. They are the voice of the community. They continue to fight for civil rights and a brighter future for all.
The Richmond, Virginia branch NAACP was founded in 1917, and our mission is to ensure the political, social, educational, and economic equality rights of all persons and to eliminate race-based discrimination. We are the oldest and boldest civil rights organization in this country. There are many chapters throughout the country, but we also have a partnership with Virginia Union University, and there are some things that we've done together with Richmond 34, the Richmond, Virginia branch NAACP, and the NAACP in its entirety is needed now more than ever. Even the past couple of years, the Richmond, Virginia branch NAACP, we were instrumental in assisting with the efforts of getting those Confederate monuments down. And that's basically what we are here for, to eliminate racism. And so we are still fighting. You have some folks on the federal level who wants to go back in time. And that's something that we all, as blacks, whites, Latinos, Asians, we all have to stand up and say, hey, we're not going back in time. We're moving forward. We all want to be treated fairly and equal. We continue to build on what Dr. Martin Luther King started. One of his famous quotes was, the time is always right to do what is right. And that's why we're here, and we're doing what is right amongst fellow man. Dr. Martin Luther King stood for so much, and we stand on his shoulders. And just to know that our branch and the NAACP on the national level, that we were a part of his movement it's an honor. It brings joy to my spirit and to our spirits.
For over 100 years, the National Urban League Richmond chapter has been the heartbeat of empowerment in the community. They are dedicated to narrowing the equality gap through education, housing, and workforce development. From the classroom to the boardroom, they don't just envision a better Richmond, they help build it.
When it comes to the Urban League, a lot of people will call it an organization, they can call it an institution, they can call it many things, but I honestly see it as a movement. We have been a long-standing legacy organization that has focused on empowering African Americans and underserved communities for generations. And whether it's economic development, whether it's education, housing, affordability, economic justice, voting rights, you name it, we've done it. We take a holistic approach. We don't tackle issues, we tackle systems. And being able to do that in a couple of different ways is something that really makes the Urban League stand out. When it came down to MLK, he was all about economic justice. He was all about voting rights. He was all about making sure that the content of the character shows when it comes to individuals. And those are the very pillars that we sit on to this day. Reflective of MLK, again, we focus in on education because it doesn't matter your zip code. I mean, like, that should not dictate your destiny. You should be able to have the opportunity for an affordable education and a great education in order to continue to move in this world no matter where you're from. Same and such when it comes to housing, whether it comes to like your job opportunities. All of those things align when it comes to my reflections of MLK and when I really think about how we advance as an organization in the same mission as such as him.
Town Bank is proud to sponsor Virginia Union University's 48th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration. Town Bank, serving others, enriching lives.
Welcome back to the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
Richmond Crusade for Voters was built on the belief that a single vote can change history. They have spent 70 years empowering citizens by educating, registering, and mobilizing the voices of our community.
The Richmond Crusade for Voters is one of the oldest Black voting rights and civil rights organizations in the Commonwealth of Virginia. It was founded at the height of massive resistance at a time in this country, in the state's history, that was very difficult. But some visionary leaders came together and realized that if you mobilized people, if you educated folks about what was going on, if you supported the right kinds of leaders that could push for the right kinds of change, then that change would happen. Dr. King's vision of a beloved community is one that's rooted in justice. It's one that's rooted in compassion and shared responsibility. It's recognizing that there are differences among us, but we can all work together towards the common good. And so at the Crusade for Voters, we know that sustained effort is what is required for change, to strengthen the voters of Richmond, to strengthen our economic, our educational, our social, our general welfare. And so we continue as the Crusade to register voters, to provide opportunities for individuals to engage with their leaders, to educate the public on what's going on in our communities. And that's what we do. We want to make sure that folks know that at its heart, the Crusade is about knowing you have the power to make change in your community.
For over 30 years, the Richmond Free Press has been more than just a newspaper. It has been the independent voice of the community, from championing social justice to celebrating local excellence. They deliver the news that matters.
A paper like the Richmond Free Press is so important because if we don't tell our story, no one else will. If we don't tell our story truthfully, no one else will. If we don't champion causes that affect our community, no one else will. Even though the landscape is a little bit more diverse from the time we started in 1992. There still is a need. I grew up knowing about King and being influenced by King. The dream was an aspiration. We tried to make sure that we are aspirational in our coverage of the stories that we tell, that are truthful, that we look at issues like poverty and homelessness and infant mortality. We have to champion the causes our people and all people, but especially Black people, because we have not had the advantages that others have had. The mission of the Free Press has always been truth-telling. It is about the First Amendment and making sure that our readers know what the issues are so that they can participate in our democratic system.
The Richmond 34. On February 22, 1960, 34 courageous students from Virginia Union University walked into Thalhimer's department store and took a stand by staging a sit-in. Their peaceful protest against segregation led to their arrest, but it ignited a movement that forever changed the landscape of civil rights in Richmond.
I've always acknowledged the Richmond 34, but I didn't acknowledge the importance God had behind it and that it's not stopping. It hasn't stopped. And I've been hearing about the movement taking place, but I just knew it was a matter of time before it would be coming to Richmond. What we did in 1960, when I left there and graduated in 1961, nothing happened. Nobody called us. Nobody said, you guys did something great. You've made things change in Richmond. And then it was 2004. And then all of a sudden I had a nudge. It was like a hit on the head. God was speaking to me then. And the message was, Elizabeth, you're the one. You have to make this happen. And immediately I called the police department. I said, I'm Elizabeth Johnson Rice. I was in the sit-ins in 1960. And I'd like to do a commemoration march because it needs to be acknowledged. So if I could say anything to just let other people know, when you get that nudge, regardless how insignificant you may think it is, do it. Because if God can't get you to open the door, he'll find somebody else who can. God had lit the cannon with me in Washington, D.C. Now we have a mural dedicated in honor of the Richmond 34.
Wells Fargo is proud to sponsor Virginia Union University's 48th annual Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leader Celebration. Wells Fargo, helping customers, businesses, and communities thrive.
Welcome back to the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration.
Chartered in 1925, Upsilon Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is a cornerstone of service and advocacy. Their members bravely fought for voting rights and social justice and continue today with community initiatives.
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority was the first Greek letter organization founded by Black women in 1908 at Howard University. Today, we number over 390,000 women in over 101,000 chapters in the United States and all across the nation. We are an organization that is about education, scholarship, sisterhood, advocacy, and speaking out for issues for women, children, and minorities. Dr. King's dream and the beloved community is of special importance to Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority. His dream was a world where we all live together without racial barriers, without hate, where diversity, equity, and inclusion were not just words, but were a way of life. And for Alpha Kappa Alpha, the importance of doing that and making sure that our community is on a level playing field with other communities, that we feel seen, we feel included, is important in every piece of our mission. I grew up in that segregated community, but understanding that I truly am someone who is important, that my voice should be heard, that I should be seen, And that has become a part of what I do as a part of my advocacy in my personal life and in my professional life.
For over 50 years, the Virginia Legislative Black Caucus has stood as a steadfast voice for equity and justice in the Commonwealth. Comprised of dedicated leaders in the House and Senate, the caucus works to dismantle systemic barriers, protect civil rights, and champion policies.
The Virginia Legislative Black Caucus priorities and platforms centered around economic opportunities, educational opportunities and growth, political influence, and also issues surrounding social issues, i.e. social justice and things of that nature. When there is an issue that we feel very strongly about, we're out there advocating on it. We are introducing policies that make a difference, and we're raising our voice, and we're out in the community asking the community to raise its voice as well. We have 37 members, and you become a member of the caucus once you are an elected official, whether you join the House of Delegates or you are a state senator. We come from regions throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia. Dr. King's dream is that none of us are judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. And if we're going to be judged by the content of our character, the way that we see it in the VLBC is that we want folks to have economic opportunities. We want our kids to be educated. We want our community to be politically inclined and influenced. And we also want voices raised when it comes to the issues of social justice that centers around Dr. King's dream. We are here serving in the Virginia General Assembly because we care about every Virginian, and we want the quality of life for every Virginian to be improved. And I think that that's a message that is central to all of us as citizens here in Virginia.
And now here's another selection from the Virginia Union University Choir.
There's so much going on in our world, and even in the midst of what's going on, God still deserves our worship. Come on, everybody, help us sing it tonight. Great is. Great is His name. And yes, I will praise Him. Look at your neighbor and say, from the rising of the sun to the going down, He's worthy of all praises. Everybody say, great is Yahweh. Great is Yahweh. Great is His name.
Congratulations to all of today's honorees. We look forward to seeing your continued work. Have a blessed day.
Thanks for watching the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Leaders Celebration, sponsored by Virginia Union University and Dominion Energy.